Okay, so I wanted to do a video on kind of how we have homeschooled. This year I've done my version of the Workbox system. I don't do it exactly how Sue Patrick recommends, but I think I'm kind of close than what others do. I'll show my son's because his is more organized right now. But this is our Workbox system. This cart here. I got this from Joann Fabrics when it was on sale or with a 40% off discount. So I think I paid a decent price for that cart. This was our old system before we had the cart. I just haven't had a chance to change Anna's. So she needs the cart system. I like the cart system better. What Anna's is these cardboard from IKEA magazine organizers. The thing is that because they're cardboard and because my kids are rough, they fall apart. And so we switched from that, but it's still doable. So whatever they're supposed to do for the day is in these drawers. Whatever they don't need, but is their stuff, goes under their desk in these cubes. What I really like about this setup is each child has his own bulletin board. And I really like that because then they can put up whatever they want on there. If I have something they need to memorize, like this was some kind of creed I think he needed to memorize or something, so I'm able to put it up there. Again, if it was important to him, he'd put it up. So I really like that. Since they do a lot of arts and crafts, that's where they can put their pictures that they'd like to show off. So, okay, back to the Workbox system. The way the Workbox system is each box is labeled a number, and then each of my children have this little schedule strip. So when they are ready to start their studies, they get this strip, and then they see these little, they see what they're supposed to do. They always do the first thing on this strip, then the second thing, then the third thing, then the fourth thing. So if I was going by this says he's got a typing lesson first. He needs to do his typing lesson. This says practice your math facts. So we had math facts games that we have used, or flashcards, whatever. He would do that. Then this says he needs to do box number 1. And what he would do is go to box number 1, open it up. Box number 1 will have maybe instructions in it and all the things he needs to complete that. Number 1 is usually religion. And so if he was working on a project, like here, he was working on this. He's preparing for his confirmation. He made this confirmation lap book. And we got it from Faith Folders, I think. I'll put a link on my YouTube page for where I got this, but this helps him prepare for his confirmation, and so this is in here. He knows he needs to study it. So I will either handwrite notes with sticky notepads, it says test prep, or when we've had Seton, I would print out or put in the lesson plan for the day in there, and that would tell him what he needs to do. So there he goes. Each box has what he would need to do with the instructions. So this says he'd go do number 3, and see, instead of number 4, he has posters. Oh, real quick. When he has finished, let's say, okay, I'm on number 3. I'm going to do number 3. I finished number 3. I'm complete. There we go. This lets me know where he's at, how much he's completed. It's ready for me to check his work. He's old enough to actually check his work, but that lets me know that I need to double check that he checked his own work. Now this says posters. Sue Patrick, she believes in making things fun, not just sitting at the desk and doing work all day, having something where they actually have to get up. So I might have prepared a educational interactive poster where he would come over here, so he gets to get up out of his seat, stretch his legs, and there might be an education poster. Now, this is obviously not for a 7th grader, but this is an example of a poster I just happen to have up, where for a 7th grader I might have some pre-algebra poster that's interactive that I would have made. And this is what I mean by interactive. I might have put flaps, or this is Velcro. I added to this poster. I created, might have created little things that were bone, O. So this is short vowel, and this is obviously not going to go on this poster. Pal, that's a short vowel A. So I probably would say this is all A's and put it here. Here's another example. Again, not for a 7th grader. This is for my child learning phonics. I would keep little things in here. I added that. Yellow, child's learning how to spell her colors. See, I made these. I added Velcro. There we go. So that is something you would do. So you would make something interactive. The child would know, do that, okay, come back. I've done that. Now move on to number 4. Do number 4. And they just keep going until it's done, until they've gone through all the numbers. This says center, pick 2. So my child would then come and out of my centers box, this is all file folder games. If there was something I wanted them specifically to study, I'd already have the folders up here ready to go. Or they could just dig in the box themselves and find something. These file folder games, for example, let's see, what did I pick out of here? With the cherry on top, sounds of why. Attached to each file folder is a baggie. It has the instructions of the game of what they're supposed to do, and they just match the pieces here. I've worked on this for years. I still have more games that need to be made that I have the kits for. I just need to make it. I've labeled them, like this is, I believe, a 3rd grade level. It tells me what the topic is. The rules are on the game. Answer key on the back. And I have all kinds of subjects in here. This is mostly up to 3rd grade, whatever's in this box. My son has, as a 7th grader, doesn't have a whole lot of file folder games that he does. He just does his regular studies. And that's it. Now we do some family-centered learning. That is usually maybe science or math or religion subjects, character development subjects. And we usually do history and religion together. So I have a shelf. What I would normally do is with the Workbox system, I have put, let's see, I might put something that says family-centered time here. Or that'll be the first thing we do in the whole day before he ever does any of this, is anything that I have planned for the whole family to do. And then they'll work independently. Let's see. Separate from the Workbox system, We also do a lot of notebooking. So I created here my notebooking resource. Each folder is a subject. This is science, book lists, book logs and reports, miscellaneous notebooking pages, grammar. I've got composition, history and social studies. So what you find in here is different types of sheets that if I said, okay, you just read a book about someone in history, do a notebook page on them. So they would come in here and look, or I would, and they could do a notebooking page. Here they can draw the history. I use the internet for this. This is also Tanglewood School curriculum. They have a very affordable PDF timeline, Book of the Centuries. I think there's all kinds of sheets. If I have found something that would work with notebooking, I have put it in here. And just to show you an example. So let me get a sample of one of my kids' notebooks. Okay. We have not done enough this year. They have previous years where they have done really thick books. Because I'm pregnant, we've been really simple and easy and haven't done much of this. This is separated into categories of maps and chart, timeline, exploration, vocabulary, copywork, bios, reports, compositions, catechism. And so we'll learn about a certain time period, and they'll do map work, timeline, and so this is different people that they've learned. We kind of just cheat and just glue it on there a lot of times. This is, let's see, exploration. So if they had to do any kind of copy work or anything that they had to memorize, might be in here. Vocabulary. So it looks like sacrifice was a word. So this is certain vocabulary that they had to done. Let's see, copy work. I have a software for handwriting, and I use that for copy work. And there we go. That is an example of what we do with notebooking. It could be as simple as you want or as elaborate as you want. There should be a lot more in there for the school year, but there's not. We just haven't had time. My plans for the new school year will be to do a lot more notebooking. And I'm trying to think. I think that is it for the main things that we do. Let's just take a peek. Yeah, that's it. Okay, bye.